I hope you're all having a beautiful day and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new One Size Beauty by Patrick Starrr, talking about their Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist and also their wipes as well. I recently purchased this and I've been using this a little bit. I was putting on lots of makeup, so I'm going to be reviewing it after I've used it a couple times and show you guys how it works, especially compared to a competitor wipe. So I hope you guys are excited for today's video and let's jump into it. For starters, I actually haven't used these yet. I wanted to wait and use them on camera, and I also wanted to wait until I had like a full face of makeup, but I'll be giving some thoughts on these, especially after seeing other reviews. And I have been using this one though. I haven't been using this Go Off Mist, but I've been using it with other brand makeup wipes just because I wanted to see how this made a difference, and I really do love this. I would say before even using the wipes, if there was anything I was going to get on a regular basis, it would probably be the mist, because I think this is so unique and so cool and it works really well even if you don't have these makeup wipes. But I feel like for these, just seeing other reviews and seeing the size of these, I probably would save these and use them if I was doing a full face of makeup. Even this kind of makeup, I say it's a full face, but if I was gonna do like a glittery eyeshadow and things that are traditionally really hard to get off, like face paint, I feel like I would use this. I feel like this is perfect for people who are doing like drag makeup or even like makeup like transformations where they're using like tons of creams and face paint. These are probably more like a high-end makeup wipe than like the typical like drugstore makeup wipe, which I do feel like with everything that he's doing, that was the intention. I don't feel like this is something that you would buy like every single like day you wipe off your makeup. I feel like I would treasure these and save these for times where I'm really doing a full face of makeup. One thing I thought was cool was actually he has a double protection method for these wipes. He has the seal on it, and then he also has that I think you're supposed to like keep on the seal from watching his video. You have the seal on it to kind of protect it, and then also another way to clamp it, because makeup wipes traditionally like this did not stay on well at all. It like is barely on there at all, and I feel like these dry out. Like this feels really dry to me. So I'm definitely gonna be using this and needing this, but as the very last wipe in here, it feels like almost completely dry. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my false lashes. I also went ahead and removed my jewelry and pulled my hair back. That's typically what I do when I'm removing my makeup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my face with this, but I'm going to use a traditional makeup wipe or a drugstore makeup wipe on one side, and then use the One Size Beauty makeup wipe on the other side, so we can kind of compare and contrast and just see how it performs. So I will start off with the spray. This is amazing, by the way. It feels so unique and different. It feels like you're just applying like a light dust. It feels like there's dust going on, and then afterwards you look at yourself and you're like, oh, like that took off all my makeup. So what they say to do is to do an O and then an S, and then if you want a little bit extra, you can do like a swipe or a slash, which is great because that's basically you're recreating the One Size logo. So I'll be doing that, and I think you're supposed to hold it pretty far away. So O, S, slash. So I know it also says to rub it in a little bit as well, so I will be doing that. Get my lipstick. Oh, that came off pretty quick actually. I'm going to take this makeup wipe on one side, and it's almost like, you guys obviously can't feel it, but it's like not wet at all. This is like the last one in the pack, so that's probably why, but it definitely does not, it's not super wet. So I'm just gonna start taking that off like that. Got some on there. But I feel like the combination of this makeup wipe plus the spray really helps a lot. Like I feel like it makes a difference. I'd also be interested in trying the spray by itself and just like washing it off afterwards, because I feel like that would be more realistic. Okay, so I've already used like one side. I'm gonna go ahead and use the back side. I normally do this, but this is all just for one side of my face. I'm still getting stuff off. But, so that's the one side. It did take a little bit of work, and that's what the makeup wipe looks like. And that's just one side. So I probably would feel the need to get two of these for my whole face, or just be more strategic because there are some white spots. So it's typically like, I'll go around and just like get the eye in one spot. But overall, I do feel like the spray helped a lot, especially because this is pretty much dry. And if I had just used this, this would have been really hard to like fully remove my makeup. Now I'm gonna try the One Size makeup remover wipe. Oh, okay. I keep hearing how big these are, and it's huge. It's a huge makeup wipe. It does feel like it's a different material. It does feel really hydrating. I've heard about how they're thicker. I would definitely agree. It feels thicker. I should have compared these, but they're both clean. Whoopsies. This one definitely, like, it looks very opaque. I can't see through it. Whereas this one I can definitely see through. The material for this one feels like more cottony. It feels a little bit harsher. This one feels a little bit nicer. So overall, just feeling both of them, the quality of this one feels much better and much nicer. So I've already still, again, sprayed my face already. So I'm gonna go through and use the exact same technique to remove on this side. Let's go ahead and wipe it off. Oh yeah, this feels a lot better. Okay, so that is, I feel like, all my makeup. So we still have a lot of the wipe left. I'm just gonna keep going and seeing if there's any excess that I may have missed and see how much it picked up. Because that's the thing with these ones, I feel like I have to do a couple passes. And so, okay, there's still some makeup. Still some makeup. I think we're almost done though. I basically keep going until the wipe is clean. And still some makeup, but not a ton. I'll see on the other side actually if there is still any makeup left over from the other wipe that I might have missed. Yeah, there was a fair amount left by the other side. Actually, there's a good amount left by the other side. So this one right here was from this side of my face. I'd say it's almost as dark as some of the first swatches I did with this one. So I definitely feel like this side, like when I've done like a couple different passes, it loses some color, but I still had that much makeup left on my face from the other wipe. So I'll go ahead and still keep doing that. Yep, there's still some left. But I feel like the size of these is perfect, especially if you're, you know, traveling or you're doing a full face of makeup. Because I feel like if I was doing a full face of like a paint color, like a blue paint or pink paint or something like that for like Halloween, I feel like I would definitely need a wipe like this just to make sure I got my whole face off. But, and then we still have the back side too. So just keep using it. Actually, that's interesting. So the back side, I just started using it and it still feels very like moist and hydrated. Usually if I use one side, I feel like the entire moisture is taken off on the one side and the back side is a lot drier. But I don't know if you guys like you know what I'm talking about, but I feel like using the back side on this one, it's still just as moist as the front side. So that is interesting. That feels like it's still like that on both sides. Also, I've heard that, and I can say that I feel like for me it's true, that I don't know if it's just the wipe, but using the mist, I feel like for like lash glue, I feel like that stays on for a really long time and it's always hard to get off, and makeup wipes don't really get that off. But I feel like using this, like after having lash glue on, like, yeah, I feel like the glue is completely removed, which is awesome. But at this point, I'll use a clean side and show you guys. There's nothing, yeah, there's like nothing left. That didn't even make a mark. So I'd say it's completely removed. This is what the back side looks like. This is what the front side looks like. So I was able to use the full wipe. Again, I feel like I would have used this more conservatively if I had like a full face of like paint and glitter. I'd be curious to try this with glitter and see how well it removes it. But I feel like this wipe, the Neutrogena wipe in comparison, I really used both sides on one side of my face. And even then, it didn't get all the makeup off compared to this one. So I would definitely say, comparing the two, it's really no different than comparing like a drugstore brand compared to a luxury brand, especially being in Sephora. I feel like that sets the standard. There's no comparison to these. It's no different than having like a cheaper foundation at the drugstore and compared to like a really luxury brand foundation at Sephora. So Sephora does cater to more luxury brands. You won't find drugstore brands like you would at Ulta. And I feel like this is definitely like a luxury makeup wipe, which I find really interesting because I feel like there hasn't been a lot of luxury makeup wipes or makeup removers. I feel like a lot of like the drugstore brand really rules the market when it comes to makeup removing wipes. So I think it's really cool that he did that. I also love the story behind it and how he talked about his experience where a manager told him to wipe up his makeup because a boy shouldn't be wearing that much makeup. And I think it's really cool that he kind of took back his own story and made it something to be proud of. And I think that's really wonderful that he did that. Overall, I personally think Patrick is a wonderful human being. I've met him a few times. I met him at IMATS the very first time. It was when I had just started my channel not that long ago, but long before I did it. And he was someone that I followed and I absolutely loved. I saw him. I was very nervous to like approach him and say hi, but I went ahead and did it anyways. He was so unbelievably kind. I even remember he like took my phone to take pictures and we did a couple different like selfies. And I just thought that was so nice of him to like, I I don't know, I feel like to go above and beyond and not just be like, sure, I'll take a picture with you, but the fact that he was just really kind and silly and goofy. And then after that, I also got to meet him. He was one of the coaches for the Benefit Brow Search when I was there. He wasn't my coach, but he was one of the coaches. And I'll never forget, he came down and sat with us during like, I think it was like lunchtime. We were all sitting at a table and he came down and sat next to us and just started talking to us and started giving us advice. And I just thought that was so wonderful that he would take the time and be considerate. It wasn't like he was asked to do that on his own. He went out of his way to go and give us advice and talk about like creating things and just talk about some things that you would never really think of when it comes to like the makeup industry. And I just thought it was so kind of him, and he always seems like an individual that really wants to share his wisdom with others. I know he's also a manager too, so I think it's really great that he is recognizing his own power of where he is at in the beauty industry, and also recognizing his legacy as well and helping smaller creators grow. So I really love that about Patrick. I think he's wonderful. I think he's so creative. I really love how he just goes above and beyond with everything when it comes to the production. And I've always loved theater, and I feel like he has a very theatrical production to the videos that he creates and the music videos and the launches. It's always so spectacular, and I'm just so excited for him that he has this brand and very excited to see what he does. So yes, overall, last opinions, love these. I think they're amazing. I actually might be using them now more than I said I was going to, just because they are so nice. But knowing me too, like I would love to, like I would want to save these for when I did a full face of makeup. So probably not on like the daily regular basis. I would probably use this daily though, even with like another brand's makeup wipes. Sorry, Patrick. But I would probably use a combination of these things just to make this go farther, because I think this is phenomenal. I honestly would even like use this by itself and try to wash it off and see what happens rather than using a makeup wipe. So I would use less makeup wipes over time. But honestly, like daily, I feel like I don't wear that much makeup. I only wear like a full face of makeup or like no makeup at all. But overall, I really love these. And I do feel like they're not trying to replace like an everyday makeup wipe that you'd get at the drugstore. I do feel like they're like a luxury item that was intended for someone who's doing a full face of makeup. Because even if you did a full face of makeup, it would take many of these to remove it. Whereas this one, I feel like is definitely used for like, you could use it for drag makeup. You could use it for like a full face glam makeup, like special occasions. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Do you typically buy makeup removers, makeup wipes, makeup removing mists? Is that something you're interested in? I feel like this is something that's like everyone uses as some sort of makeup remover. So that was really interesting that he started off his brand with that rather than like a typical like eyeshadow palette or lipstick. I thought it was really cool that he started off with makeup removers. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!